Y'all, what's the deal? Y'all, what's the deal? Y'all, Rashad Trap at 10. Trap News Network, back in the same, like cook, cracking the same, here at 10. And Trap News Network. It's not good news you can use. I get another G3 Infinity by Calogito. It's a little chilly on this Thursday morning, man. I am running back. Well, I'm walking back now. I done did my little run, but I'm walking back from the gym, man. I got a 2-mile run there, 2-mile run back. I decided to walk because today's training was extremely hard. Little combat training. My legs is on fire. Did some Muay Thai, a whole lot of kicks. There's an awful lot of kicks going on. But for the German test content, man, good news you can use. You know, you ain't thinking nobody's Calogito, big dog. Tap in with that tap in. You ain't tapped in with that tap in, man. I got a conversation for Mr. Pun, man. Ace Boy Pun. Ace Boy Pun. That man said Rich Trapper's content is low budget. Low budget is what Ace Boy Pun says. So this is where I'll give my crash out to Ace Boy Pun, but it don't even got to be a crash out. Let's just talk about it. Since we talking about it, Ace Boy Pun, as far as I'm concerned, since you've been in this content space, see, I'm aware of who Pun is as far as the streets and all that kind of stuff. Pun's older, he's over 50, you know what I'm saying? So we got this over 50-year-old man in our content space constantly causing destruction, if you will, and has centered an entire culture around this destruction, if you will. And the destruction is based off what? Him sitting around with a bunch of dope fiends with no teeth in dark rooms and humiliating his constituents and his friends. You go ahead and you look at the Ace Pit, Let Me Cook, that almost cost him, you know what I'm saying, relationships with his homies on camera. You know, you got, I ain't gonna say no names because everybody know who was mad at. We talking about Pun. We ain't gonna bring other names into it. We don't gotta do all that. But y'all know certain members of the community platform or Apollo or whomever, you know, within that universe weren't happy with the way that the Ace Pit was going on, nor were they happy with Pun with the way that he was doing this trash, low budget content. You feel me? And it went upon and upon and upon for months where you have this 50-year-old man, 50 plus, I'm gonna say 50 to be generous, but Pun's older than 50. You have this 50-year-old man who's supposed to be a leader and a staple within our platform and community, within our YouTube community, giving us this type of content week after week after week after week after week, because the destruction, i.e. the low budget content where all you're doing is sitting around talking bad about people, your friends, your homies, your coworkers and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, all that kind of whoopty bam. Yeah, that wasn't, there was no thought put into that. That was like sitting at the lunchrooms clowning people. That's the lowest of budgets. Oh, you did it in front of a ring camera? That's what made it high price because I'm using the sunlight as I walk home from the gym. That's it. Come here, Six. Because I got my dog with me. Because Six, you come with me to the gym. That's what make it low budget. Because I don't see how sitting around at the Ace Pit talking trash about, let's not talk about anybody else outside of the homies that you had at FMW that was over there that no longer was cool with it and it became a problem. That's interesting. But what else is destruction? You sit around and, oh, well, I was just joking when it came to this person. Oh, I was just joking when it came to that person. Oh, what about this? When you have people coming to your platform to talk about other people because you ain't got no real subject content outside of drama. See, community, back on Fig, that whole FMW, that was supposed to be a better version of No Jumper. All we got now is No Jumper Jr. How we got Nick Jr., we got No Jumper Jr. You feel me? So yeah, running plays, fake content, stage beefs, no actual content about anything outside of drama. Pun, you just a big old reaction channel, bro. You just like me. I'm just like you. You just like me. See, I watched y'all and I wanted to do what y'all did. I like community. Come on, Six. I like community. I like back on Fig. I like what they have going on. So I say it all the time. I love what them dudes have going on. They are the four founders, the forefront, the OGs, whatever you want to call it, of what we got going on in space that led way to people like me doing these reaction channels and now starting up my own platforms and doing a little different things and all that kind of stuff. Oh yeah, they did that. I will never not give credit where credit is due. But let's look at this real quick. Hold on, let me go to the community page real quick because all y'all do is reactions just like me. Y'all not creating no original content every now and again. We get a new episode of We Starving, but AD can only do so much with what he got. You feel me? But Pun, why you not doing We Starving? Why you not with every episode of We Starving? Because you're creating high budget content. Because We Starving is a high budget piece. That's an original piece of content. Why you not on every episode of that? Why doesn't Community have any spinoff shows? Back on Fig had Fair to Say, and it seemed like niggas hated on it. T-Rail tried to do a spinoff show. Seemed like y'all hated on it. Don't seem like it was too much support there, but T-Rail tried. But Pun, how come there's no, come on, Six. How come there's no spinoff show for Community, Pun? Show me high budget. You feel me? Don't just sit around and talk about me on your platform because I give you guys the biggest numbers, and that's a fact. That's a fact. And if I don't give you the biggest numbers, I for sure give you the top 3 biggest numbers when this guest comes onto your platform. That's a fact. That's a fact. But you know what's low budget? Sitting around with David Jala. It's ODM Slims. Because Rich. It's low budget. It's low budget. Come on, Six. No thought, no nothing went into that. No thought, no nothing went into that. That's just you being messy. That's just you being messy. That's you being gossipy. Come on. That's you being messy. That's you being gossipy. That's all it is. That's all it is. You're being messy and you're being gossipy. That's it, bro. It might as well be Jerry Springer. It might as well be Jerry Springer. Come on. Might as well be, bro. So I'm not really seeing anything that Pun has done of a high budget in this content space. Okay, so y'all sat down with DJ Drama, Lakeshore, and Don Cannon. Whoop-de-doo. You didn't do it when it mattered. So what's low budget is sitting around with Lakeshore, Don Cannon, and Drama talking about absolutely nothing and not having no views on it because you don't know that they have projects going out. You ain't asking about Kai Cash. You're not asking about Jack Harlow. You're not asking about Royce's new artist. You're not asking about Lil Uzi. What's the new plan of Generation now that he's no longer over there? You're not asking them type of questions because you don't have that type of information because you didn't take your high budget and do no research on your guests. But myself personally, when I sat down with DJ Drama, when it mattered, when there was actually something going on, 20-year trap anniversary, DJ Drama's the founder of trap music. We got the same contact. We both call Lake Show. We got the same contact. Yeah, so when it comes to that, what's going on, OG? Man, I can't complain. How you feeling? But I'm talking little dude I see walking every day. But man, my bad. I got a call. I gotta go back to the gym. I forgot my damn shin pads. Anyway, I hate that shit. They hit you. Hey, bro, you forgot your shin pads. Fuck. Anyway, that all being said, though, like I was saying, we sat down with Drama. You sat down with Drama. I did mine for the 20-year trap anniversary. There was an actual reason. You just sat down with him and talked about nothing and got no views. I'm just saying. You feel me? I started off with the big T.I. interview. That was the biggest interview that was being used by, well, I'm going to call it spade a spade. We wasn't in the podcast space then. We wasn't in the content space then. I think I was maybe a year early. You feel me? So academics picked it up. He was the biggest thing going on around at that time. You feel me? So since that's what y'all respect is what, let me excuse me, Pun. That's what you respect is the opinions of other men and the accolades and the verifications from other men. So you ain't never had a moment that big, not in your podcast career. Now what you did with music is what you did with music. We're not here to take that from you. Diamond Lane. Diamonds. We ain't here to take that from you, big dog, but we talking podcasting. We talking content. So what's high budget about Pun's content? Not FMW, not Community. What has Pun done that's high level content? Because without needing no team, without needing nobody around me, without having a manager, without having to call the ninja, or this industry plug here, this industry favor, like Pun do, yeah, I got that T.I. interview and that DJ Drama interview. When y'all was out BET weekend, standing around DJ Drama, Cannon, who was ready to go home, standing with Lake Show, getting into whatever niggas was getting into, I ain't gonna even go into that. You feel me? Y'all left. What y'all doing standing around with, why am I, at 35, I'm 36 now, but 35-year-old man, why am I standing around with 50-year-olds? To just go stand around with DJ Drama? I did that already. Better yet, but see, it hit different. You stood around DJ Drama in some little bitty hole in the wall club in LA. You feel me? I was at Gold Room on my own table. You think I'm playing? Call Royce, ask him. He'll tell you, no, that nigga Rich Trapper was holding his own. Everywhere Drama, Lake, or whoever else went, that nigga held his own. I wasn't drinking nobody else's bottles. That ain't it. You feel me? I wasn't standing in another I'm not 35 standing in nobody else's section, so I can't understand why you 50 standing in somebody else's section. You 50 plus, but that's a different story for a different day. I don't understand that. Gold Room. Let's set the scenery. I'm doing my thing. Drama next to me doing his thing with Lake Show and Cannon and Jack Harlow and all that kind of stuff. Across his T.I. All that kind of stuff, Wooty Bam and all that. These is peers. I'm not drinking another man's bottles. I'm not standing in another man's section. I'm not talking to another man's women. That's out. I'm not doing none of that. So when it comes to low budget content, I'm just trying to see where, number one, you set a standard, because I'm gonna say it again, we are following your example. You know what I'm saying? Spade is spade, spade is spade, spade is spade. Where have you created anything worthwhile outside of the ace pig? Outside of the ace pig. Where have you created anything worthwhile? Because the numbers don't reflect that. Unless you're talking bad about somebody, your numbers don't show. Your numbers is down just like everybody else. So pun, since you're management, since you the joint, since you the connection, you the punstigator, why you not putting your numbers back up? So instead of we talking about Rich Trapper do low budget, pun, you have no content your best piece of content doesn't compare to mine. I appreciate you for giving all the game in this content space. I appreciate you for giving the education in this content space for sure. I appreciate everything that I've learned from you, but I'm not here to compete with you. I'm here to be a student that can learn from a teacher. But if the student has surpassed the teacher and now knows more, then that could be a situation for this situation. Maybe not in totality, but for show in this instance. Because if we making a comment of, oh, well, Rich Trapper does low budget content, pun, my best piece of content outweighs your best piece of content. That's comparative content of having Lake Show, Drama, and Don Cannon on the show. Nobody cared about it. But my interview with DJ Drama in the Trap Music Museum, as we're talking about the history of trap music, T.I., Jeezy, Gucci, that did something. So, I don't know, Pop Pop. I know that early bird special might be having you, you know what I'm saying, a little bit sleepy. You know, you got to get up and get to Denny's by 6 o'clock to make sure you get that early bird special for the senior citizens. You feel me? Game night at the bingo hall might be cracking right now. Game night at the bingo hall might be cracking right now, big dog. That AARP hitting. But when it comes to low budget content, your content is one of the lowest budgets. It's no budget. Yeah, I said that. Your content, Ace Boy Pun, is one of the lowest forms of content, fool. It's Jerry Springer's trash TV. Now, Jerry Springer was wildly successful. And I don't mean trash TV like it's no good, like Ralphie the Plug's music. It's just labeled trash TV because it was about trashy subjects and trashy topics that generated income and generated interest. You can be successful at trash TV, but let's never forget that all the Pun's viral moments come from trash TV. You don't have a sit-down interview with T.I. where he's talking about things that matter, where you can go viral off of that and DJ Academics picks it up. No, you have to crash out. That is your only way of going viral. Prove me wrong, because you ain't went viral doing nothing else. And then you really ain't went too viral. You went local viral, but I ain't never really seen you hit all 50 states like I did, twice. I'm just saying, without having to be on No Jumper, Community, any other big platform, just as a true independent media. Right. So instead of saying, oh, Rich Trapper makes trash content, maybe you could figure out how, maybe just possibly, you could have done what Rich Trapper has done, because in this content space, I've already surpassed you. I came into it ahead of you, big dog. Your biggest interview is with who? Who? Oh, well, I can get Wiz Khalifa to come up here. Okay, cool. Wiz Khalifa is a great A-list artist. Get him to come up there and talk about what? Because a part of going viral is talking about things when they matter. Having DJ Drama and Lake Show and Cannon up there because they have absolutely nothing else to do, BET weekend, and they're bored and they're filling time and they're just doing a favor for you because they never know when they might need a favor later. That's one thing. It being the 20-year anniversary of trap music and me sitting down with DJ Drama, who's one of the founders and one of the creators of trap music, as I sit in the Trap Music Museum, a museum centered around trap music, which we're celebrating the 20-year history of, that actually makes sense. That's not just somebody needing something to do. Why they didn't call you for that? Damn. Them is your homies too, right, Pun? Lake Show, Drama, Cannon. Why they didn't call you for that? Why didn't they hit you for that? It's a 20-year trap anniversary. Why didn't they say, hey, community, y'all come fly out to Atlanta. Come sit in the Trap Music Museum and y'all can do this. Why I get hit for that? Interesting. Huh. Why BET weekend, you hanging out with niggas and standing around niggas that I decided, hey guys, I'm out. Why am I just standing around niggas? Low budget, huh? If you want me to do better, Pun, show me a better example, big dog, because I've said this once and I've said this twice. I don't mind following the people who know better than me. I don't mind learning from the people who are smarter than me. I don't mind learning from the older generation, all that kind of stuff, even though Pun is, I'm 36, Pun's over 50. You 2 generations older than me. You 2 decades older than me. You was for sure 20 when I was born. And when I was born in 1989, nigga, you was for sure 1920. For sure. You feel me? But instead of, oh, Rich Trapper has trash content, Tell me something. And I close out on this. And this is a fact. My content's so trash, or my content's so low budget that every time I go onto y'all platform, I give y'all the best ratings and I give y'all the best numbers. That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. 5,000, 2,000, 900, 300, 800. You niggas do the same numbers as me, bro. Hold on, let me see this real quick. How many followers do community got? And AD, I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to Pun. AD, I ain't even talking to you, bro. But let me get this real quick. Hold on. Let me pull this up real quick. Where is that? Community. Okay, here we go. I'm just trying to see how many followers niggas got, how many subscribers niggas got. Because I know they got at least 100,000 while over there. Let me see, before I take this into the gym where I gotta behave myself. Community. 194,000. 194,000. ODM calls out and airs out Rich Trapper, 5.4. And then you have 3.4, 3.9. And then AD banned Smack from We Starving. More drama. That's 10,000. Then you got 1,800, 1.4, 1.8, 1.7. AD son smashes the brick bear on live. Now that's a good one. That deserves 9.1, but we ain't bringing the kids into it. That's a good one though. That's original content. Shout out to AD son. But then talking about to AD exposed old school scammer days, 1.1, 5.7, 2.3, 824, 774, 689, 362, 2.1, 390. You nigga, Pun, 300 views, bro. 300 views. I make low budget content. 300 views. 300. Sheesh. So out of almost 200,000 views, 200,000 subscribers, I got 28.6. Well, shit. It looked like the numbers is pretty much the same, big dog. And I don't have a quarter of what you have. So based off logistics, it looks like your content is a little bit more trash than mine because my numbers are better than yours. You have almost 200,000 motherfuckers. I got 28,000. And our numbers look the same. So based on the fact that you have a higher fan base, a higher number, that means that your percentage is lower on viewership. Nobody's watching that. So instead of sitting here talking about how my content is trash, not as trash as yours, obviously, how about you do something to fix that and get your numbers back up? Instead of worrying about Rich Trapper doing low budget content, how about Ace Boy Pun do something? Or let AD son come up there and bust the bears and all that, because that's what niggas want to see. And I'm not even being funny. That's a great form of content. That's great family time. That shows AD as a black man, as a black father. It takes away from all the negative and all the BS that Pun has created around Ace Boys or community and all that kind of stuff, stepping away from that negative stigma of it always being drama. You feel me? It takes away from all that. It shows AD as a positive father. Why y'all just don't do that? You feel me? That's smart. That's genius. I do family content all the time. I'm not being facetious. I'm not being sarcastic. I'm not doing none of that. I do family content all the time. At the end of all my videos, you see my kids' family, my football highlights. So if AD had the idea to do that with his son, then maybe y'all should take off and go do more content like that and show AD as a father, because that did 10,000. When Pun's talking, it does 300. If Pun ain't talking about drama, it does 300. So Rich Trapper, and let's just so we're clear, Rich Trapper and LDM Slim did numbers, not great numbers, but 5,000, considering that they got 200,000 subscribers, or 196,000. Not great numbers, but it did something. Whatever little beef with Smack, that did something. And AD Son did something. So let's take away the two negative aspects of low budget content and focus on the positive. With that all being said, Ace Boy Pun, hit me up, bro. I might be able to teach you something. You feel me? I might be able to teach you something, bro. You ain't gotta hate me. I can show you how to get a DJ drama when it actually matters. Get you a TI interview when it actually matters. Right. That all being said, man, I'm finna walk into this gym. What's the deal, y'all? I'm finna go through the back. We up out here to the next one, bro. Y'all know the deal. Free Avenue Angels Police free. Shout out to Ace Boy Pun. 50-year-old destructor. Love that for you. 60 bands on my name.
How many shots to the center of a freak nigga? 3 in his ass, lick his stomach, smell his pink nigga. They throwing shots, time to see if them pussy niggas can take it. The nigga whack is a snitch and the jolly niggas are rapists. See, Lush was on to something, tried to act like it was nothing. Said you ain't know that freaky ass taker you was frontin'. Munchie ain't fucking with you and Spider-Loc ain't gon' save you. If you wanted, you gon' take it. Stop the freaky ass behaviors. Let's get straight to the point, see we ain't gotta wait for later. Nigga with your last name kidnapped that girl before he raped her. Said the moms of gang members don't deserve no piece of prayers. When General Butt naked, the kid Tesher is your savior. You ain't gotta stall me out, cause I ain't asking for no favors. Get it cracking right now, we ain't gotta wait for later. Walked into your own building, heard my voice and then you ducked away. Was humble like a bitch, cause you a hoe, stay in your fucking place. That nigga whack is slut and pathetic, Flacco's a fucking lame. Whack ain't come outside because he hiding from his fucking gang. Talking like you tough when niggas spitting in your fucking face. T-Ro didn't quit, we wouldn't even know your fucking name. Whack in front of Adam, but Adam is how he do you. See, Flacco lied on me and then Whack told me to sue you. Treated Whack like a bitch, you should've seen it, it was beautiful. Now every single week that nigga jolly on my pupil. Is it Fred or is it Frederick? Is it Dave or is it David? All thighs on me. Flocka belly, now you famous. Type of creep nigga is you. How are you and Dave related? Nigga, no means no. You should've told him not to take it. I'm really in the field, you niggas stuck inside the matrix. From BET to the Knicks, down in Compton where your face is. That nigga Weird Jolly got some freaky ass cases. Tryna fake fight Lush cause Adam wanted you to face. You wanna be like academics, making videos like point and shoot. You and Dave the same ass lame. We know the fucking truth. Brick ain't say this shit is a play, cause he don't fuck with you. He not gon' get involved when them real shooters come for you. If you grew up in the land, them thirsties, they would've humbled you. Grew up with them lions, I promise they would've hunted you. I get disrespectful, the next time I'ma punish you. You dirty fat bitch, I swear to God I see the bum in you. Niggas say they shooters till it's time to bring them guns out. Lose can't read and Whack lost his wife to Clubhouse. Treat Whack like a bitch, mark him out before he snitch again. Flocka, when I see you, I'ma show you the type of bitch you is. Niggas say they see me, they pullin' blick out. I promise that this Glock can make you sit down. Drum with a cooler, one for you, one for your brother. Wrap the string around the mop, sound like your dumbass when you stutter. Swear to God, nigga.
Hear me out though, right? Wait, bro, wait. Again, wait though. Just right though, right? Wait though, right? I do want to